In this lecture, we are going to discuss one numerical example on grain size distribution curve and how to determine uniformity coefficient and coefficient of curvature. So this is an example problem. Now let me start the question. The result of sieve analysis are given below, and the mass of the soil sample taken for conducting sieve analysis, this we are trying to call grain size analysis. So now these are the highest sieves and mass of the soil retained on each sieve. So 20 mm sieve, 35, for 10 mm sieve, 40, like that you see. We have data about 20 mm to 75 micron, and the last one is pan. So for on each sieve, the mass of the soil retained is given. Now we need to draw the particle size distribution curve, which is also called grain size distribution curve, and ultimately we have to determine Cu and Cc, uniformity coefficient and coefficient of curvature. Now let us start answering this question. Now this is the ISC, now 20 mm, 10 mm, so we have all the data here. So now mass retained, so that is given in question. Now in grams, it is given in G. I am using G only. It's good to write G only. Now 35, like that you see what is given in question. Now we need to calculate. This is our first step. So we have to prepare the table. Now I'm telling about third column. This third column should be now percentage retained. How to determine percentage retained? I will explain one model calculation now. Mass of the soil retained by, that means 35 by mass of the soil retained, 35. Here it is 35. The total soil sample taken is 900. So 35 by 900, which gives 3.89. Now the second one, here you see 40 by 900, because the total sample mass of the soil sample is 900, so 4.44. Similarly, we use it to calculate in the same way for the remaining sieves. What is the percentage retained? Now the next column is cumulative percentage retained. I will explain now. So here at first sieve 3.89. When it comes to second sieve, here it is 8.33. Someone wants to know how we got 8.33. It is the sum of 3.89 plus 4.44, which gives 8.33. Now let us move to the third one. Here you see cumulative percentage retained. How we got 17.22? We are very much interested to know. It is the sum of 3.89 plus 4.44 plus 8.89. So similarly, in the same way, we use it to calculate cumulative weight retained. So here you see cumulative percentage retained. Now here see at the last one, that is at pan, it is 100. So altogether, if we add 3.89, 4.44, and so on, up to 8.32, if you sum up, you will get 100%. This is regarding pan. Now we have a check here. See, now what I am trying to calculate in, this is my last column that I am trying to say percentage passing, or also called percentage finer, which is 100 minus cumulative percentage retained. Here see 100 minus 3.89, 96.11, 100 minus 8.33, 91.67. So like that, we use it to calculate the remaining values. But here it is very interesting to discuss regarding pan. Here you see cumulative percentage retained is 100. Now percentage passing is 100 minus 100, 0%. So now I have data regarding particle size in millimeter, and also we have a data regarding a percentage passing. Now let us draw the semi-log sheet. Now I will show you. This is logarithmic scale, particle size on x-axis in millimeter, and percentage passing on y-axis. Here you see I'm selecting 1 centimeter is equal to 10% here on y-axis. So now 0%, 10%, 20. This is regarding percentage finer up to 100%. Now you see particle size here. It's very interesting to know. Here it is 10 power minus 2, that is 0.01, 10 power minus 1, that is 0.1, 10 power 0, 1, 10 power 1, 1, 10 square, 100. Here you see we have a particle size here, 20 mm. Let me pick up 20 mm. Here you see this is 20 mm. So now at 20 mm, one can clearly see what is the percentage passing, 96.11. At 20 mm, it is 96.11. Yet you see at 10 mm, so here you see we have 10 mm. What is the percentage passing here? Let us see in table, 91.67. Here you see 90 above, 91. Like that, we need to locate all the points here. So now I will explain one point regarding 0.075, 75 micron. I repeatedly telling 1 micron is 1/1000 of millimeter. Now 75 micron in millimeter is now 0.075. See 0.075, want to see this is 0.01, then maybe 0.02, 3, 4 like that. Now you can see this is 0.075. For 0.075, 0.075, what is the percentage passing? 8.32. Now one can see clearly 8.32. So this is 8.32 for 0.075. So let me change the color so that you can understand the next step. Here you see our main job is now to pick up particle size corresponding to 10% finer, D10, like the D30, now D60. So particle size corresponding to 10%, 60% finer. This is D60. Particle size corresponding to 30% finer. This is D30. And particle size corresponding to 10% finer, that is D10. This is also called effective particle size, D10. Now I got D10 0.015, D30 0.53, now D60 is 1.55 mm. So let us substitute in Cu and Cc. Now you see Cu is D60 by D10, Cc is coefficient of curvature, D square 30 by D60 into 10, D10. Now Cu is 1.55 by 0.115. Now I'm getting Cu greater than 6. And Cc is between 1 to 3. So now it is very interesting to know whether soil is well graded. So this is about a simple discussion on how to draw particle size distribution and also how to determine Cu uniformity coefficient and coefficient of curvature Cc, and from that we are interpreting the gradation of the soil. Now it is well graded. So now you see I will show you another example. It is appeared in our VR examination. So based on grain size distribution, he has given in question clearly D10, D30, D60. So as per IS code, classify the soil. So now here you see I got Cu which is less than 2, and also here you see Cc I got 0.95. See Cu is not greater than 4 and Cc is not in between 1 to 3. So anyhow the soil is not well graded, it is poorly graded. I can conclude that poorly graded. The reason is very simple. Cc is not also satisfied. See, any of these two conditions are not satisfied, then the soil is poorly graded. So this is about how to identify